flag. Ahoy there, matey. Welcome aboard the world of boating.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
I was just looking into buying a boat of my own.
Call World of Boating toll-free now at 1-888-88-28-BOAT. That's 1-888-828-BOAT.
And welcome. This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate, Barry the boater, rounding out the crew as we attempt to navigate the latest boating news and information. A lot of stuff going on. Let's see, we had lobster mini season in Florida this week. We're going to delve into that. A little program note next week. We're going to check in with our buddy Joe from Motor City Boat Works in Detroit. He's a boat restoration guy on YouTube. And he's going to join us for that show next week. You don't want to miss that. But it's me and Barry today, kind of a skeleton crew. But eventually we're going to be enhanced by AI.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
You're looking forward to AI. I am not.
Why?
I don't know.
If we had an AI assistant with us right now, this would be a cakewalk. You hear what I'm saying?
It's true. Yeah.
You got to embrace the technology sometimes. God knows it'd be better than you or me, for that matter.
Well,
it'd probably
but then
quickly
what do
take
we do?
over. Well, we would serve at the under the computer overlords,
Right.
of the world. But you better start sucking up and brown nosing now if you want to have any kind of
Well,
worthwhile role.
with my background in electronics and fixing things, I think they'll want me around for a while. What are you going to offer?
What do you mean? I'm just going to embrace the technology and figure out how I can
And
use AI to enhance my life and in my boating experiences. I mean, I won't need a captain. I won't need a crew. I'll just.
What happens if you get AI angry, and it says, "Greg, let's go out for a cruise today. I have a perfect spot to take you." And then it sends you all the way out in the ocean and kills your engine, and then you just drift off, for 50 days out in the ocean.
Once again, if I'm nice to the AI and I embrace it, maybe
and
I'll be
do
one of
what?
the lucky
That's
ones.
it? Ah.
I'll last longer than the folks that are bucking the trend like you, because they're going to
it's not
come
so much
after.
bucking the trend.
They're going to come after folks like you that what do you mean you don't like me? What do you mean?
No.
My name is Dave. I'm here to help
Dave.
you, Barry.
Right. How? Brunswick is investing in boater intelligence.
Yes. So,
Yes.
that's the trick. Is there a scary side to AI? Of course there is. But in the meantime, before it does turn us into their underlings and they use us as fuel to feed their, CPUs and God knows what,
Let's go back and watch The Matrix one more time.
maybe we can use it to our advantage to enhance our boating activities. And Brunswick is, they put out a press release this week saying that they're doing just that. And they're going to see if they can, incorporate the AI technology. They think it's the future, which probably is. And
Yeah, they're broadening their ACES system, which is autonomous, connected, electrified, and shared. Essentially, they want to see where would AI work well with boating, where it wouldn't be overpowering, but as an assistive device. And I could think of a few things. They're talking about automated docking, which I think takes the fun out of docking,
well,
especially
it might take the fun out of it, but it might make it a heck of a lot safer.
Well, it'll make it safer, but all those missed YouTube videos of people trying to dock their boats and the arguments that come around from all of that.
Right. It's going to take some of that out of the mix. So those YouTubers that are capturing all that, all those fights. Yeah. Their days could be numbered if this were to take hold. But
There you go.
from
Another job loss.
from a safety standpoint,
Right.
AI can help tremendously in this. We already have assisted docking or almost automated docking with GPS locators and things like that. This is just taking it to the next level. And we're seeing a lot of this in aviation, and we've talked a little bit about this on Just Plain Radio. But it's filtering into all different types of industries and things. And when it comes to docking, it's not necessarily the AI's job to do everything for you, but if you were to look at an AI assistant on your boat to help you dock or to back you up, like as a first mate, and like maybe you're running it, and all of a sudden the bell goes off, like, hey, you're adjusting this improperly.
You can already get that for free.
What do you mean?
With your first mate.
Well,
you take her out on the boat, and then she'll tell you what you're doing wrong.
What if she's sick? What if she's sick? And
I could see it as a good thing for plotting courses to go somewhere. If you've ever used the GPS for your car, you notice that it gives you all the points, the waypoints where you should make turns.
Mm-hmm.
Well, your boat GPS doesn't do that. If you tell it you want to go from, let's say, Bahia Honda Island up to Key Largo, and you say, I want to go from this point to that point, it's not going to tell you that there may be some shallow waters in the way, or even an island or a bridge.
Well, it might if they get that into the AI.
If they get the AI in. But right now, what you need to do is sit there and actually plot a course, put in your waypoints along the way,
right,
so that you have a safe course back.
And then your AI first mate comes back. I would not do that, Dave. I wouldn't advise you do that, Dave.
Right.
Or something like that. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of potential to have this, make things better. I mean, and that, hopefully AI is going to make things better before it makes things worse. I mean, that's the problem. If you look too far ahead, well, then, we're just going to be a bunch of organic matter that the machines are going to use to power themselves or something. I've seen those movies. Everyone has seen them.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, hopefully that'll be after you and I are gone.
Okay. Only our grandchildren will have to worry about that.
Right.
I get it.
In the meantime, how can we use it to our advantage? How can we make boating safer, more fun, more enjoyable?
I mean,
and even for someone like me who doesn't have a ton of captaining experience, if I had an AI that was established enough and had a pretty good track record, that would make me feel much more comfortable. Go out on the water by myself or with a skeleton crew and go out there and have the AI kind of assist me accordingly. I think that would make everybody safer.
Sure. I mean, you have what they call AIS systems right now, which
which says AIS. Yeah.
It's an automated identification system. You have those on aircraft.
Okay.
Don't you have an automated? Each airplane has a.
I think you're talking about
transponder.
ADS.
But
transponder.
For boats,
ADS.
it's AIS. They have a transponder. So the ships have them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the more expensive boats have them. The yachts, especially, and you could actually download a bunch of different apps and watch these ships as they go in and out of port.
Right.
Now, where that could become an important thing with AI is if all boats get them and you're out there on the helm and you're driving in the water and you're really not quite paying attention to maybe you don't have a course, you're just out there driving and then another boat's coming at another direction. The AI would see, hey, your boat and this other boat are getting really close to colliding.
Right. You're on a collision course.
Don't they do that with aircraft?
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
So
it'll alert you. Yeah.
It'll alert you that, hey, there is a boat on a heading that could possibly cause a problem.
Right.
That would help a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The AI would help.
But you don't like the docking thing? I think the docking, that's the biggest.
No.
Well, that's our weakest point when it comes to boating is getting the boat in the dock.
Well, that's because you need to practice.
Well, I agree. But if you had a fail-safe, like if you you're practicing, but you have an AI backup, that like if you make a mistake, it's going to jump in and like, hey, Greg, whoa.
You're going too fast, right?
Yeah. And takes over and keeps you from hitting something.
Didn't something just knock out a lot of systems throughout the entire country, the world?
I don't know what you're talking about. Other than
did you lose a flight?
I can't. Flight canceled. Yeah. That wasn't AI, was it? Maybe it was. All right. More coming up on the World of Boating.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
explorer in the other two-thirds of your world. Be the buddy who takes the kids in the aquarium instead of just to it. Be adventurous. Be amazed. Be a diver.
Even Keatley wasn't ready for me, or anything that followed. Chased by a police department, led by his ex-girlfriend, and hunted by brain fork-wielding Fijian assassins, it's everything he can do to keep from getting locked up, killed, or worse. Kava Screw is available as an ebook for $2.99 at Amazon.com. Kava Screw. Put a brain fork in him. He's done.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why we've added Nanook protective hard cases to our list of products you can now purchase on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. Underwater photographers, listen up. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook protective cases cost less than similar products currently on the market. The company has been around for over 15 years, but it's new to the U.S., so we've made a small number of Nanook cases available exclusively for you at a special introductory price on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Go there now and check out Nanook, the evolution of protection.
Successfully navigated the Sea of Commerce and now are clear to cruise with the World of Boating.
I do like the water.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
The sun, the sea air, good friends.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Welcome aboard. I will be your captain. You'll be my scallywags. I don't know what that means, but you will be them. And here's how we play.
Thank you for your attention and welcome aboard.
Let's go.
This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate. Barry the boater rounding out the crew, which would be fine here in a few years because we'll have a crew of assistant AIs initially before they take over, a week or two, later.
We'll just be talking avatars.
Maybe. I think we'll just be feed bags for the machines.
Mm-hmm.
They'll feed on us for energy. That was one movie I saw.
Yeah, I know, but that really didn't make much sense.
What do you mean?
Do that.
They got to energize the machines, the computers.
There's plenty of ways you could energize machinery.
Yeah, you don't
and
think
it doesn't
need us?
include feeding us. No, they may need us to fix them, which is the reason why
they'll fix themselves. Haven't you seen the movies? Come on, Barry.
No.
Catch up with the 90s, will you? In the meantime, though, before they take over, we might be able to use them to our advantage like we are kind of now. But, this AI technology, how it could enhance boating, I think there's a lot of opportunities. Brunswick made it official. They're set up a whole division that's going to look into, making AI, bringing it into their business models for design and, making navigating on boats maybe easier.
And they're going to work with the Freedom Boating Club, which is actually a good idea because generally speaking, the people that use those boats, maybe they don't go out as often.
Right. They need the backup.
AI
like
will
me.
assist them. Right.
Yeah. I mean, if I, let's say, for instance, I wanted to just steal Barry's boat. That would probably be a bad thing because not that, stealing's bad, which probably is.
Right now, the boat's in pieces. I don't think you're going to get very far.
But I kind of need Barry to operate the vessel properly, whereas I might have some issues. Right. But look, another year from, I'll just get AI Barry, AI Captain Barry, and go out and take his boat out for a spin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I'll be the best boater in the land.
What would you want from AI? Okay, so you already want auto docking because you don't want to
do all the hard stuff, all the crap I don't want to.
So
you know?
auto docking. What about just piloting the boat, just going out there and driving it, having your hands on the wheel,
Well, yeah, I
your
can
hand
always
on the throttle?
like
Is
a
that you're going to do?
Cat, may I give me the helm? I'm gonna take
Wait,
it
wait.
for a spin.
When you fly in an airplane, do you run on autopilot all the time, or do you
Well,
actually
you
fly it?
can.
I know you can, but do you? Do you enjoy the idea of having control of the airplane?
Well, both. It depends on the mood you're in. There's times when you want to just kick back and relax, enjoy the scenery, and then there's times where you want to fly the machine and get behind the wheels and do maneuvers and things like that. So it
Okay,
just kind of
so
depends on the mood at the time. I mean, there's times when I'm on the boat where it would be fun to be at the helm and run the boat and the whole thing, and then there's other times I'd like to kick back on the back with a cigar and a cocktail and just enjoy the view.
that passenger. Yep,
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
fine.
you can mix it up if you had Cat May I to help you out.
So
Right.
I'm trying to think of the way AI could help. So it could help with docking. It could help with,
What I just
taking
did,
over
the scenario I
autopilot.
just
Yeah,
the scenario I
autopilot,
just
which
described. Yeah.
we already have autopilot, sort of,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not AI autopilot. Again, if you don't set up your course properly, the regular autopilot that we have now will just take you right onto the beach because you have a
Right, but
GPS.
an AI would
It would
step
know
in,
better.
yeah, and say, "Hey, that's a bad plan.
Right.
Yeah, the float plan you just created would not end well, Greg. Let
Yeah,
me suggest this."
right.
And might step in and help you. I think that's a very positive way to look at it, don't you
And
think?
let's see what else. I guess we could do that with engine maintenance.
True.
Okay, so they already have some
Can
engines now,
troubleshoot
especially with
things
yeah,
when
with
things
cars.
right.
I think there are some cars now that when they have a problem, they actually call the dealer or somehow notify the dealer, "Hey, this car has a problem."
Yeah.
And then what is it? Just lock the doors and automatically drive over to the dealership, either with you or without you?
Well, maybe. I guess it depends on how far advanced we are with the AI at the time. So
Right.
these scenarios I think are all positive. Of course, the downside is that it makes dumber boaters, and we've had that
Yeah, I was I
conversation
was I
many a
was
time.
wondering, yeah.
But
What
y-
happens to us?
well, I mean, we become worthless. but but that's
This
the
is a good
inevitable.
thing. This
you
is
know?
the best you can give us.
Well, I'm just saying, in the meantime, use it to your advantage, leverage it to enhance your, enjoyment of boating. And, the downside is it dumbs down the whole process. So there's obviously a big negative to this as well. If the AI goes haywire, if we have a crowd strike issue, and next thing you know,
Yeah.
your boat is on the attack.
Is
Because
doing
it's
circles or something like that. Or
Yeah.
it says,
I mean,
"Hey,
there's
look."
there's definitely a downside to this, but I'm trying to be an optimist and how you could use this
An
to our
optimist for the
advantage.
AI, not for the human.
Well, no, I mean, and I think that's what Brunswick is doing too. It's like, hey, this is
Well,
pretty
yeah.
amazing technology. There are ways to leverage it to make our business better, and maybe make boating more enjoyable or more efficient manufacturing and that kind of thing to keep you from making mistakes
Right.
during manufacturing or things. So I mean, there's always the good and the bad side of this stuff, but I think the good in the short term could be pretty substantial. Is
Okay.
honestly how I feel about it. I don't know. Do
So
you, Barry, or you just see too many downsides to
no, I
this?
don't see. I think people should not become too reliant on automated technology. I took my Nest thermostat out of the house and went back to the old-fashioned
Why?
Mercury because the Nest was acting up. It would kick my compressor on and off at odd times, and I mean really quick, which is not good for the AC. And I
Okay.
figured either it was failing or their software was failing, and I just took it out. So that cloud strike thing that affected all those people all around the world wouldn't have affected my AC,
Well, I
in
don't
the
know if that
house. So
was something then it
I
was
don't know
doing
if it would
anyway,
have,
but
but think about it. All those automated thermostats that talk to Google and all that.
yeah,
Uh,
you don't want them to know if you're hot or cold.
yeah,
That's too
I,
much
I, I don't think
information
they
you're
need. Yeah,
willing to
there
share.
there there should be backup. People shouldn't just rely on AI for everything. They need to be able to go back to old fashioned
Hmm.
backup systems.
So Barry is considering to join the Amish, and
It could be I might survive then. All I got to do is learn how to use a horse.
Or you just embrace the AI technology, but still learn the backup stuff to it, right?
Yeah, you can do
that's the
both,
thing,
right?
I mean, you should not lean on it to the point that you become a dumb boater.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's definitely going to be people that'll do that,
So this is the future of boating. What else is going to happen in the future? There's a company that has the boat trailer of tomorrow.
The boat trailer of tomorrow. That sounds like something you can see at the Carousel of Progress at Disney or something.
It
The
could
boat
be.
trailer of tomorrow. Okay, well, we'll look into that next.
Yeah.
I don't know if the boat trailer of tomorrow will have an AI assistant attached to it, or it'll just be, little
could help you back
animatronic person there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great.
Little to the left,
big,
no, slow down,
tomorrow.
slow down. Or maybe it'll start arguing with you, like
Right.
your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, we'll find out next. Stay close to the world of boating.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
Traffic sucks, unless you're scuba diving with Mike Scott.
Mike glanced down at his dive computer. It showed less than 50 psi left in his tank. Probably just a few more breaths.
Or riding shotgun in a thrilling car chase.
One bullet hit the Jeep's windshield, spiderwebbing the passenger side. Mike shifted into second gear and felt the Jeep leap forward. This just got serious.
Escape your commute with audiobooks from author Eric Douglas. Download to your phone. Go to booksbyeric.com or audible.com.
Do you have a message or product you need to share with the boating world? Well, look no further than the World of Boating radio show. Just like you, thousands of boating enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to worldofboating.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
You have successfully navigated the Sea of Commerce and now are clear to cruise with the World of Boating.
I do like the water.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
The sun, the sea air, good friends.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Come on, Williams, what are you standing around for here? Get on board.
Get on board. Don't fret. Don't try to worry.
This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate. Barry, the boaters, rounding out the crew. We are attempting to navigate the latest boating news and information. Just preparing you for the AI takeover, or at least give you some ideas as well. And the future of boat trailers. I mean, This article came out from what? Boating Magazine? Is that what it was, Barry?
Boating Magazine. And if you were to go to a ramp and you see all types of different boat trailers, aluminum, steel, big ones and small ones. But if you were to see this thing at a ramp, you would like freak out, because let me give you a picture. If you ever seen the trailers that these lawn services tow behind their trucks,
right?
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
So if
it's like
an
enclosed trailer is what it is.
It's an enclosed trailer. And you look at this as it's backed up and you see a boat coming out of it. Is freaky at first.
Yeah.
But you say to yourself, why didn't anyone think of this before?
Yeah, I should have thought about that. I can't believe this is that new of an idea.
I guess it is. There's a company called Shield Trailers. I wonder where the name came from.
Mm-hmm.
They're based in Nebraska, and I guess that the idea is that there are people that have very expensive or fancy cars that they'll take to car shows, and rather than drive the car and possibly damage it along the way, they put them in these enclosed trailers. So they have somehow taken an enclosed trailer, I guess, installed the bunks or rollers that are necessary for a boat, and made it so I guess it's water, it's
well, maybe that's what the
resistant.
technology has finally caught up, where they could make an enclosure like that you could back into, a ramp.
into the water and launch your boat and retrieve your boat. And then it not only does it protect it while you're getting to and from the ramp, but now you could park it outside. If you could park it on the side of your house or wherever you're allowed to,
Right.
it's enclosed all the time. So the sun is no longer beating the death out of this boat. You can add features like 110-volt AC outlets and have an air conditioning system built into this thing.
Right. And these aren't
So it'll be-
small. I mean, this company
No.
is doing boat trailers ranging upwards of 30 feet long.
Yeah, from 26 to 30 feet. I guess they
Yeah.
figure these are going to be the kind of boats that you really, you spent a lot of money on. You want to keep them as
Well, or
pristine
you're
as
just
you
in
can.
the elements. If you're up north where it's really cold,
Right.
that kind of thing where,
You could
wanna
leave it
protect
outside during the winter. You won't have snow piling up on it.
Mhm.
You could it's safer for the boat. It's not as easy breaking into it. Stealing electronics has become a big theft item
Well,
down
yeah.
here in Miami.
Sure.
So it will help you as far as that's concerned. And again, you can add other features to it. You could have lighting put in there, have air conditioning, have heating put in there, so you could work on your boat even if it's raining that day.
True. Yeah, I
So
mean,
it-
this is a great idea. Now, do they give any deal on pricing? What they expect this stuff to cost?
A standard trailer, I guess,
Uh-huh.
without all the extras, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
It's about 46,000
Okay. Yeah,
for
but
just the trailer.
so yeah, I mean,
And the
so
wide-
you're
and-
gonna then like a basic. Let's say you were going small like yours. How much more do you think you'd be paying for something like this?
Oh, compared to a regular trailer,
Yeah.
a brand new trailer for my little itty bitty boat, single axle, is what, about 7,000.
Okay. So it's
You
gonna
know,
be five,
So
4 or
it's
5 times as much, probably
times,
at least.
yes. But if if you have a very high end boat
Yeah.
that you want to take care of, there are a lot of people that maybe they don't want to pay for storage of a
Right.
boat. Storing in it, that's not cheap.
Well,
Or
even
they
if
may
you
t-
were you're in Florida and you store it
Yeah.
outside, we could do that year round here. Not a problem. But man, the elements get to it.
The elements, exactly,
Will
they
eat it up.
destroy it. I
Mhm.
mean, you could put tops on. People will put on these big tops. I've seen these parks where you see all these people. They leave their RVs and their boats there, but they sit there out in the elements. The tires are getting cooked by the sun.
Yeah.
The boat itself is getting cooked, even with a tarp over it. It's still cooking.
So maybe that cost up front on something like this would pay off over
Exactly.
time.
Right.
Depends
The
on how you
question
look
will
at
be
it.
is how durable will this trailer be? So
Well, they look pretty
you know,
hardcore, at least from this
Yeah.
one company.
Right.
I mean, they almost look like what
They-
train or like those loading things. What?
Oh, like the auto train where they put the trains, the cars in there and all that.
Well, yeah. Well, they're yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Well, like
or-
what they
or
put
there's-
on a storage container. That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Well,
That's what it looks
no,
like, kind of.
Well, it looks like any of those trailers that, again, I think of the lawn trailers,
Yeah.
that the trucks carry around. They have all the lawn
The
equipment in
fancy
there.
cars or whatever,
Right.
too.
Or the
yeah.
fancy cars. Again,
Mhm.
going to the car show, it has lighting in there. So, I mean, if you really want to take care of your boat, that's one of the things you could do. Instead of putting it, stuffing it in your garage, you would now have a garage that's free.
A rolling
know.
garage.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like I can't keep a boat in my front yard because of HOA rules.
Mm-hmm.
I could keep it in the garage, or I could take it over to some park, and pay for rent.
Can you have a trailer? Probably
No,
not.
it cannot stay outside, but it could go on the side of the house if there's enough width, and I have a fence that would cover the area. Then I could park the boat back there. But again, the boat's sitting out in the elements. My boat we bought it in 2007. That's how long I've had it.
Right.
And people see it and they say, it looks brand new. I said, well, because I take care of it and it stays in the garage
garage
when
kept.
I'm not using it.
Yeah.
Right. So, if you don't have to buy a boat every 10 years because the weather's just destroyed it, because it's in a safe trailer, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if they make a bunch of these, or they enlist the AI manufacturing help. Maybe they can bring the cost down.
Yeah.
That would
yeah,
be the trick. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a little
Yeah.
pricey. Right.
Yeah, they are pricey and they make a wide model that starts at about 73,000. So I mean, but remember, it's not just a boat trailer. Now it's a boat trailer with a box on top of it, with extras like lighting and climate control if you want things like that.
Yeah.
So
It's a
there
rolling
will be-
boathouse.
right? And there's, I'm sure, a market for that because boats are not exactly
Hey,
cheap.
and look at it this way. You know, you buy this thing, you have it parked out there next to your house or even down the street at a parking facility or something. You get it big enough where when you get kicked out of the house from your spouse for buying it in the first place,
Okay. Yeah.
it's way better and more comfortable than a doghouse. Get the AC
Yeah.
put in.
Yeah. Get the
Or-
AC
or
put
a
in
portable.
and then a porta potty.
There's ways
We'll
to
have to
work
talk-
this and
when we
justify
speak
the cost, maybe.
Right. When we speak to Joe, we could ask him about porta potties and what he's doing with his trawler.
Oh, you think you need to put that in there too? Well, that
Yeah.
you still got. I mean, if it's in the boathouse, in the rolling boathouse, Barry, and you have a head on the boat, you just use the head on the boat. You don't have to put a separate head in it. do you?
Eventually, you got to empty it.
That's what the back door's for.
Oh, okay.
Just crack that puppy open, run the hose,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
let it go down the interstate.
Oh.
No, that's bad form.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be
That's
bad
really
form.
bad form.
What is that?
Why is my white car so brown?
Why is this guy tailgating me? Oh, he ain't gonna be tailgating me for long. Watch
Not
this.
for long.
It'd be like that
Yep.
button Batman pushes on his car.
It's not an oil slick, is it?
But it's slick, all right.
Oh, yeah.
What's
Anyhow,
that smell? Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All
we'll
right.
see what happens.
Okay,
It's
it's a good
nice
thing we're
trailer.
not in charge of designing these things. All right,
That's
more coming
right.
up on the World of Boating. Stay close.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network. You have successfully navigated the Sea of Commerce and now are clear to cruise with the World of Boating.
I do like the water.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
The sun, the sea air, good friends.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm strong to the finish 'cause I eat me spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
This is the World of Boating. Greg First Mate, Barry the Boater. And look, I think we might have Mike the Mariner, who's on his way
Really?
back up from the Florida Keys after Florida lobster mini season this week kicked off. There were a few incidents, not good, because I heard the weather was a little dicey in South Florida. I don't know, Mike, we got you. Are you with us? Come in, Mike the Mariner.
Yeah, can you hear me?
We got you good,
Yeah,
loud
can
and
you hear me
clear.
okay?
Yes. So
Awesome.
you were down in the Florida Keys. Was the weather good there Wednesday and Thursday when mini season was going on, or no? What do you think? Yeah,
Yeah, I think you just lost him from the weather.
yeah. Maybe we just lost him.
He'll come back.
Come back, Mike the Mariner. All right.
So
We'll
much
try
for
to
technology,
reconnect.
huh?
We'll
AI.
Yes. And we even talked positive about AI. You would
I
think
know.
that
It doesn't
AI
care.
was going to be nice to us, but evidently no. Well, we'll
I
try to
could- I-
reconnect.
I can tell you that the weather was pretty rough out here.
Yeah. So in South Florida, where you were, it was what, 3 to 5s?
No, I think there were 2 to 3s, which
2 to
may not
3s.
sound like much,
Yeah.
but remember, you had a lot of boats out there. Maybe a lot of people that don't go out boating that often.
Yeah.
They may have 2. Let's say you have 3 divers on there plus a captain.
Yeah.
You're talking about not just divers, but what else do you have? You have your tanks.
A lot
which
of
are
gear.
about- yeah, 40 pounds for each tank. If each one took 2 tanks,
That's a
you know,
lot of
do the
stuff.
math.
A
It's
lot of stuff
stuff.
rocking around if
Right.
the conditions aren't good. Let's see. We might have Mike the Mariner. Mike, you with us now? Can you hear me now?
I am back. Can you hear me
Okay,
okay?
we got you. All right. So you were in the
Okay.
Florida Keys for mini season, right? A little further south.
We were in the Upper Keys. We were in the Upper Keys in Key Largo.
Okay.
So we were a lot. Yeah, we were lobstering over near the reefs there, Grecian Rocks Reef and all, that whole section.
Okay. Well, how
And,
were the conditions? Were they a little rough down there, or was it pretty good down there in the Upper Keys?
Well, the weather in general was good, but the wind was a little too high, and
Yeah.
the water was murky, so we didn't have very good visibility this year at all.
Gotcha. Well,
So,
there were a
yeah.
few incidents up and down the Florida coast, and usually when that happens, it's weather related, where people get in a little over their head, pun intended. Both divers and boaters, because it's harder to see the divers if there's seas whipping up. So the wind was blowing a little bit, made conditions a little worse for diving, and that might have contributed to the factor. But, first off, did you catch lobster?
Well, we only caught one lobster off of our boat.
But I see. Here's what you're supposed to say. You limited out on the radio. The key being on the radio.
Well, I know that, but I'm a truth sayer. So
okay. Well,
one of the boats that was with us had a little better luck. They got 7.
7. Okay.
But,
all right.
Yeah, we were just not in the right spot.
I gotcha. It is knowing where they are. It's not necessarily catching them. And by the way, are you a tickler or a looper? Oh, I think we lost him again.
Yeah.
We lost.
No, I'm here.
Yeah, okay.
We used nets and ticklers,
All right.
pretty much exclusively every year.
Okay, he's a tickler.
I'm a tickler.
Okay, all right. That's probably more information than most people wanted to hear, but that's fine. It's a diving thing. If you take it into the bedroom later on that evening, that's personal preference. But yeah, you tickle them out from under the ledge with a little metal stick, generally. Yeah. So all right. So you only caught one. So you're going to stop by Publix on your way back up to Orlando so you can feed me and Barry? What do you think?
I've got one lobster tail that I've cut into 16 little individual bites.
Okay.
So you guys can divvy that out all.
Lobster tail nuggets. All right. Well, that's still that'd be pretty tasty. That'd be a nice little appetizer.
I'm sure. Yeah.
But it's all about the activity. You still had you had a good time, even though you didn't catch as many as you liked, right?
We had an absolute blast. We had our entire family down there. So we had 24 people in our house, and 3 other families with us as well. So.
Okay. Made it a big family affair.
So we still.
Which boat were you out on? What kind of boat did you guys take out to do this?
We were on my dad. Well, so we had my dad's boat, which is a 42-foot Invincible, and then we rented a 26-foot Pursuit.
Aha! All right. Well, in the future, just so you know, when you go out for a mini season, you're going to have a AI lobster slayer with you, and it's going to tell you where the lobsters are hanging. So you can quit wasting time trying to find lobsters in the wrong spot. That's coming. You know that, Mike.
I'm excited about that.
Are you? Or are you scared?
I'm excited about that. Yeah.
I mean, the good news.
No, we have. We have about 35 years worth of lobster numbers dating all the way back to when Loran was still.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, see, the advantage of having an AI lobster hunter with you would be that they don't eat them. At least not at this point. But they should be able to zero in like, hey, Mike the Mariner, I would go over to this spot. This is where I'm sensing there are lobsters waiting for your catching.
So,
yeah.
So when are they releasing that? Because,
Brunswick,
the main lobster season starts in 2 weeks.
Brunswick made an announcement that they're, opening up an AI division. So this would be our, input, our suggestion. Like, hey, figure out a way to work a lobster hunting finding device via AI, And see, Barry, he's even on board with this one. He's like, hey, wait a minute. I can see the cogs are spinning in that noggin of yours, Barry. What do you think?
You were talking about them fattening us up and then eating us later. So
that would be a step before. Yeah,
right.
They want to feed you, fatten you up like a big old pig.
Right.
And then they're gonna hook probes up to us and feed off of us for energy to power their machines.
Yeah, I know where your probe is going.
Oh,
You
hey.
mean brain power? Is that what you're talking
No,
about? Brain
no,
power?
Yeah, right.
no. It's just going to be some kind of weird energy goo that they suck out of our bone bags. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about getting like a center console boat, cutting the hole out of the bottom of it, and putting in a glass bottom panel.
Really?
So we can just go right along the reef.
Hey, that's a good
see the
idea.
lobster right from the comfort of the boat.
No, there's a better way. You drag the divers behind the boat. I've done that with Greg.
Yeah, he turned me into a human lure, and that.
Yeah, we do that all the time.
Yeah, but the glass bottom. Why not? You're half serious
Well,
about that, aren't you? Or are you not?
I would say half serious.
Half
yes.
serious is fair. That's
It
not
could be
actually.
done.
It's not a bad
Would be
idea.
hard to do.
Yeah.
No.
I'd say we do it. Let's do it with Barry's boat first, because if we destroy it,
No,
it's
no,
his
no,
boat.
We're not destroying. No. There's not enough plastic
yeah,
to fix
surprise,
it. No.
surprise would be perfect. It's the perfect size. We take the bottom, take a jigsaw, cut the bottom of the hole out.
I say we just do it.
panel in.
We just do it when Barry's not looking, and then we show up and surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
when's he going on vacation again?
Come on,
And you
Barry.
have the key to his garage, right?
Never.
Oh boy. Well, there's that. All right. Well, Mike, come on back up north. We'll share some more fish tales here next week and get a more detailed report on your boating adventures. But thanks for checking in, my friend.
All right, sounds good. You guys have a good one.
There you go. And I think I wish I was out there with him boating, even if the conditions weren't ideal there, Barry. Are you with me on that?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
as a boater, it's your responsibility to check out the weather.
Yeah. And keep an eye out. Keep your head on a
Right.
swivel right now, because, lobster season's back open for all the divers in Florida, especially. And that
August
goes year
6th.
round.
August 6th.
For everybody, no matter where
Right.
you are, you should be doing that. But, when you got all these divers in the water, you got to watch out for them. Keep yourself safe and them. On that note, we'll wrap it up till next time. Remember, whether it is sail or motor,
Life is better as a boater.
safe boating, everyone.
Avast there! Come back here, you barnacle-bitten swab!
World of Boating is brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Any of this getting through to you, son?
World of Boating is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Computer standing by.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past shows worldwide over the internet at worldofboating.com.
Computers can do that?
So tell a friend and come aboard every week for the World of Boating.
This is so great. I can't wait. I'm getting goosebumps. Feel me. Feel me.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
TTFN, ta-ta for now.
The opinions you just heard on the World of Boating are those of the hosts, callers, and guests. They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
What are you being such a weenie for?
While on the water, your safety and the safety of many others depends on you. So boat smart and operate your vessel only after receiving the proper training and instruction for your area.
There is a fine line between genius and madness.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at worldofboating.com.